Welcome back, friends, to Astro Planetary Dance, the dance of planet on DT Astro. Today we are going to discuss about the recent transit of the planet Mars, which is Mangal in Hindi. Now, from 2nd of this month, May, till November 6th is a very long transition. Mars is going to take a transit in the sign of Capricorn, which is owned by Saturn. Now, how it is going to behave with your Rashi, your ascendant, we'll discuss about it. At the same time, you can check my previous videos as well. Otherwise, let me just tell you, Mars is a planet of a very high energy. It is a kind of soldier. It is, Director General of Police, the Chief of Army. A very aggressive planet. It also gives you a lot of courage and energy in your life. So how it is going to impact? Let's talk about it. So let's start with the first one, which is Aries. So for Aries, it is going to transit in your 10th house of profession. How it is going to behave for you? For you, a lot of changes are very well seen in your cards. Apart from this, any business, any existing business you are already owning, or that can get expansion. In case if you are trying for a new business, it's a good time. Most probably you will be starting up a new business. Any legal cases which is which was not in favor of yours, especially related to property and all, that is going to be in your favor. Promotions are very well seen on your cards. In case if you're looking for a promotion, this is a very good time. Go and get it. Apart from this, any kind of relationship with father or any kind of legal cases, I would say not to have it, but in case if you have it, it will be settling in your favor. So overall, I would say a very good transit. Use this particular transit because this is going to give you a lot of courage. And being the lord of your first house, you need to take a control on your speech because it may create sudden harsh situation, creating problem at your workplace and other aspects of life. So that's all for Aries. Now for Taurus. Taurus, it is the lord of your 12th house as well as the house of your wife or spouse basically and business partner, and it has taken a transit in house number 9. How this is going to impact you? So this is a time when your spouse is definitely going to get some benefit to you. So your spouse may get a promotion, your spouse may get some benefit. You will be inclined or would be taking some journey towards some spiritual place. It can be you can say that you are going for a tour, and that tour can be to some of the religious place. Okay. Apart from this, in case you are working in some foreign country or you are working for some MNC or any other foreign land basically, so any connection with the foreign country, any connection with the foreign land, this is gonna be a good time for you. You may get your PR, you may get a better job in case if you are connected to some of the other means from a foreign destination. It can also be a business, by the way. Try for some long journey in case if you can. And I would suggest this journey will either be into a sea level town, or you, in case if you're taking up a journey, you may go into some very remote places or a kind of sea level town, and that is going to be beneficial for you. So as I said, look at your spouse, make him happy, because this is a time when he can bring a lot of good results at home related to his profession or any of the things. Gemini. For Gemini, it is the lord of your 11th house of gain and also the lord of your, it comes to be 6th house. And as of now, it is transiting in house number 8. How this is going to impact the Geminis? For you, in case there's a childbirth in your family or your spouse is pregnant, take utmost care. There's a chances of getting a childbirth, but you need to be very careful as the energy of Mars may impact and it can go towards a miscarriage. So just be very careful. Apart from this, good time in terms of job and profession. People in food or any kind of catering industry, food related industry, I would say, they will do very well. Married life, when I talk about a married life, that is going to be tensed. So your domestic harmony seems to be into a problem right now, or it may be. Be careful. Do not impose any of your anger to anyone, just be very careful, because Mars coming in, it as at one point it brings up a lot of courage. The second time, at the second side of it, it can create a lot of problems to you. So just be careful. Rest, overall, this is a good transit for you. The next one, which is Cancer. So for Cancerians, it is the Lord of your 10th house and 5th house, and it is going to transit in house number 10. I'm sorry, house number 7. Now here, in case if you're looking for a childbirth, a very well chances of getting a childbirth. At the same time, the kind of anger, the kind of the energy Mars is putting in, it can tend towards a miscarriage as well. So be very careful. Husband and wife, both of you, should keep your mind cool and calm. Nobody should show any kind of aggression, because this energy can, I already said what it can do. So just be very careful. Apart from this, people from job perspective or profession perspective, they will definitely gonna get good results. The only problem is anger, the major problem I would say. People who are in food or any kind of food related industry, when fire has to get lit up and cooking food kind of stuff, so they are gonna get benefit of it. They will do well. Love affairs, in case people are in love affairs, so they will definitely do good. However, people who are in marriage life, that is not going to be a great one. There will be a lot of tensions in between. So as I said, the overall tone of the Kundali for Cancerians are to control anger and get all the benefits which I talked about. So that's all for Cancerian. So for Leo Lagna or Leo Rashi, it is the Lord of your 4th house and 9th house and traveling in the house number 6. Do not take any kind of loans, because in case if you go for a loan, you may get it, but this can create a problem. So to try and avoid unless it is very important for you. Okay. Now, apart from this, in case of disputes, you will definitely be able to be a little hard on your enemies, but I would say not to. Avoid any kind of disputes. You will be very good in terms of competition. So any kind of promotions you are expecting, or any task you have to do to get into a bigger shoes, and you want to get into a promotion, this is a very good time to create that kind of competition. You will be able to win the competition. At the same time, students who are going for examination or any of the competitive examination, they can do well. However, with all these things, domestic disharmony is very clear on the cards, and that will be mainly coming through your anger itself. Apart from this, long distance journey, long distance travel will create some issues in your life. Try and avoid, in case if you can avoid a long distance travel or a long distance journey at this particular transit, because the transit is from 2nd of May till 6th of November. It's a very long time. And overall, and this is a message for a lot of ascendants, control your anger. Now for the next one is Virgo Lagna or Virgo Moon. For Virgo, it is the Lord of your 3rd house and the Lord of your 8th house, when it has taken a transit in house number 5. Now here, what is going to happen? Take care of your children. Your children's health may create issues. In case you are expecting a childbirth or your spouse is conceived, just take a special care of her, because at this particular time, again, a miscarriage can happen, right? That kind of energy is going on there. Just be very careful. In case of love relationship, you need to be very careful. Siblings of yours will be very helpful to you at this particular time. Your siblings, your cousins, your brothers, they will, or your even neighbors, there will be a person who will be helping you. Try and avoid any long distance travel, because the same problem is with Virgo Lagna as well. However, there might be very frequent short distance travel, short distance trip in your life right now, and this will continue till the month of November. Take care of your children, as I said very clearly. Overall, this transit is going to be good. It will be giving you a lot of courage, right? But with all these things, if you don't utilize the same thing in the right direction, it is not going to help you. So 3 major things I talked about. Just be careful about all these 3 things. And especially in love relationship, it can be very exciting. At the same time, your aggression can put some problems. So just be careful. Okay. That's all for Virgo. Now for Libra. Libra, domestic harmony issue is very well seen on the cards. Control your speech and temper at home, because their Mars is setting right now, and it will create a lot of, power struggle, I would say, or tempt situation. So just be careful. Your spouse or your partner will gain either from a work perspective, or their status may get increased. Good for financial condition. In case if you're looking to buy a land or property, or you might be buying a land or property at this particular time, land, property, vehicle, so anything which is related to comfort you may think of, but especially land and property. So overall a good time. Just create a balance at your home, which is your domestic life. Now for Scorpio. Scorpio, it is the lord of your 6th house and 1st house, transiting in house number 3. Good time for siblings. They will support you. They'll be, zealing up with you very well. Your rivals, your enemies may think to make a good relation with you. Just be careful. They might be creating a good relation to hamper you in the future. So be very careful. They will be very playful, and this is the time when they can hamper you basically. So you understand what I mean to say. If some of your enemies are trying to create a good relation with you, just create that relation, but be very careful. Apart from this, gain in respect, you will be gaining respect in the society, you will be getting a lot of gains. However, basically your ego, personality, and your personality will be gaining a lot of respect. However, because of which the rivals will arise. Your courage is definitely going to be very high at this part of time. Okay, so overall a good transit. Just be careful of what I said. Things will go well. Now for Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, it is the lord of your 12th house and the lord of your 5th house, transiting in house number 2. Sudden unexpected money loss or expenses are very well on the cards. Handle all your relations, your relationship with anyone, I would say. And if I would say, it will be specifically to your love relationship and your kids, your cousin's son, so anyone who is a son to you. Just maintain a cordial relation with those guys, because this is not going to be great. Tension in family lineage is very well and very clear on the cards. Especially when I'm talking about family lineage, this can be a larger family which includes your uncle, auntie, your cousins, your brothers, and like a joint family kind of stuff. And in case any disputes are going on, just be very careful. Try and speak in a very softer tone, because this situation may tend towards being physical fight and that kind of situation. So in case if there's any dispute, just handle it carefully. Take control of your speech. When you're talking on any kind of discussion, just be cool and calm while you talk. Otherwise, as I said, it can tend towards a bad path. This planet is very fiery. Your speech, because as of now it is transiting on your speech may be very fiery. When I say fiery, this can be used in a different manner. At one end, it can create a lot of disputes, problems, fight and all those things. At the second end, it can be very transformative. When you speak, people will like to hear you. You'll be like giving a speech on a very high note. So some of the politicians who have this particular combination, they can try giving lectures or a speech in the public. Just they need to control their speech. They can deliver a fantastic speech at this particular time. People will be very happy to hear. So that's all for Sagittarius. Now for Capricorn. For Capricorn, it's the lord of your 11th house and your 4th house, transiting in house number 1. Please, anger control is required, because anger control is the key of this transit for you. Do not try and dominate your spouse or your business partner. If you don't, the relationship is going to be very aggressive and very good. Take care of your health, drive carefully, in case if you want to, so you can, it's a good opportunity. At this time, you can think to buy a property. Apart from this, partnership is going to be good. As I said, do not just throw the kind of anger on them. It will go good. And at this particular time, because it's going to transit in the lord of your 11th house. So at this time, you may get a lot of name and fame. So if you want to take the advantage of this particular transit, just cool down your mind. It will be a very good transit for you. Now for Aquarians. Now for Aquarians, it is transiting in house number 12 when it is the lord of your 10th house and then your 3rd house. Now how this is going to impact? Unexpected income. I'm sorry, not income. In fact, losses. Unexpected losses in terms of your expenses are being very well seen. In case if you're looking for a PR, if you're trying to settle abroad, or your work is related to something like a foreign trade or a kind of MNC, when you have to travel or have to make connection to foreign land, a sure shot success is seen. So I think this is the good time for people who are trying for PR or trying to settle abroad. They should take care of it because it's also connecting with your 10th house, which is the house of your profession. Apart from this, small short journeys are very well seen on the card. Be careful of your surrounding, especially at your workplace. Just be careful, be watchful what exactly is happening around, because something may go against you towards losses. So just be careful. Overall, this is a good period, and I think this particular transit is the best for people who are looking to travel abroad. Now for the last one, which is Pisces. For Pisces, it is the lord of your 2nd house and your 9th house, transiting in house number 11. A very good yoga. Financial gain, professionally or personally into business, whatever you will be getting in terms of finance. Strong support of your luck is very well seen, and this can, you will be getting a lot of gains from your luck. And anything which is like you might be waiting for some gains or some profits since long, this is the time when you can achieve that. Good in terms of home, like your harmony at home is going to be good. Long distance travel to spiritual place basically is very well seen. Apart from this, your larger network, like when I talk about a larger network, so that can be a large, like the way you are connected on Facebook, a lot of people, larger network you're connected to. So your larger network, your elder siblings, your friends will be very supportive to you. So very good transit. Again, it is not coming very clear to you. However, when you do a networking speech or anything which is related to networking, larger communication, if you are giving a speech to a larger community, just be careful of your speech, because Mars is as I said, it's a very fiery planet. You're trying to do something good. You're trying to give a politician going on and giving a speech for some benefit. Suddenly he will come in some of the thoughts, and he may give some harsh speech, which can completely demolish the good effect of the planet. So just be careful. Otherwise, overall this transit is very good. So that's all, friend. Thanks all for the transit of Mars, which is going to happen from 2nd of May and will remain there till 6th of November. Take the advantage of it. Anger is the key control for most of the ascendants or Rashi, because this will somehow put that kind of anger. Also kind of accidents, you need to be a little careful while driving. This is a common thing for approximately everybody, depending upon their chart placement and their Ashtavarga score. It will be impacting different into different people and other aspects of planet. Well, that's all, friend. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for watching Astro Planetary Dance on DT Astro. So just one more thing, ensure that you subscribe the channel so that you can get more and latest updates, and do not miss to share and like our channel. That's all, friend. Thank you for watching Astro Planetary Dance, the dance of planets.